Today, I want to help you understand why food has become so confusing in midlife. We were given all of these rules and they just don't seem to be working anymore. And I want to give you just one gentle, kind question that we can use to study ourselves. First, I want to share a story with you. And this is about a woman, and you may see yourself in her, but she decided she was going to be really good. Good. And that meant that she was only going to have coffee for breakfast, and then she was going to have a tiny lunch, a little dry salad, and she felt very disciplined with this little salad. And for a moment, she was super proud of herself. But then she began to feel unsteady and not really nourished. So the day goes on, and now it's evening. She's standing in the kitchen, and it's dark, and she's famished. And she begins to eat everything that she thought about all day long, and she's eating it quickly, almost frantically. And then this inner voice shows up, this inner critic, and it says to her, "What are you doing? Where's your willpower? Where's your discipline? You should be ashamed of yourself." This is the menopause map, and I'm Jennifer Seven, and it's going to be you and I for a few minutes. Nothing performative, just a conversation. And I want you to think about this woman a little bit. I've heard this story from so many women because I have sat with thousands of women over the years in my coaching, and this is a very familiar story. She thinks it's a discipline problem, but I really want to share another possibility with you, that perhaps this confusion was never yours. It was a set of rules that we were given that are not working anymore. And the rules, they sounded like this: just eat less, exercise more, skip carbs altogether, keep your mouth closed, shut your pie hole, be good, and be controlled. Use your self-control. For a while, these rules may have worked well enough, but then midlife comes along and the old rules just stop working and they start creating a different result. Actually, women become foggier, puffier, more reactive, hungrier, and more urgent at night, that nighttime craving. And then the woman begins to blame herself instead of questioning the rule book. A rule can look very disciplined, but it can still leave a body really depleted. And I want you to begin to look at your patterns before judging yourself. So I don't want you to judge yourself. I just want you to become more aware by looking at your own patterns. And believe me, these are patterns that come from a lifetime of trying to live by those rules. So some of your patterns might be, oh, we're going to skip meals. We're going to confuse that being good. And I have to tell you that from years of weight loss coaching and hearing so many women saying, oh, I was really good today, or I was really bad. It's not good or bad. That's such a really tough judgment on ourselves. So I don't like using that word, good or bad. So did you confuse being good with being nourished? Did you ask for coffee instead of having real food? by the time you get to dinner, are you just simply already depleted? Did you have a snack and then feel that it was a judgment on your character? I was bad. I had a snack. I had cheese sticks, as an example. So I want to bring you some relief, not because I can fix everything for you, but I can help you with a different story. And wouldn't it be a relief to know that some of this is not failure? It's not your fault. Maybe your body is simply asking for more steadiness rather than being asked to just run on fumes. So your body is not asking for more rules, it's asking for steadiness. So, what does steadiness look like? Steadiness is not a new diet, it's not another test to pass. It's the opposite of chasing the next rule. It can be very simple and very ordinary. Some of the ways that you can build steadiness into your life would be, let's not skip meals. Let's fuel our body. We've been taught to think we should skip that breakfast. No, in midlife, more than ever, we need our breakfast. We need to be protein forward at our meals. So protein at breakfast, protein at lunch, protein at snack, protein at dinner. It's going to help stabilize us and stabilize our blood sugars. A salad can be a meal instead of a punishment, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And not letting yourself get so hungry that you're just ready to scream. We've all been told, well, you should go to bed hungry. If you don't go to bed hungry, you've eaten too much. Let's toss that one out. The point is not protection. The point is that we're bringing support to our bodies. So I want to give you a question to ask yourself, and I want it to be a helpful question. What would make, if I was asking myself, what would make my body feel steady for the next few hours? And just think about that for a minute. Do you have a food rule that you've been carrying and it's just really not serving you anymore? It could be that one about, well, we can't eat carbs. There are carbs that we can eat. We just have to be eating complex carbs instead of simple carbs and pairing them with proteins and fats. So we may have told ourselves, well, skipping breakfast means I'm being super disciplined. Salad is always the better choice. Carbs are bad, and carbs aren't bad. There are better carbs. There are poorer choices in carbs. Hunger must mean it's working. I'm hungry, so I must be losing. And how about, well, I blew it. I'm just going to blow it all the way, and then I'll restart on Monday. That's one I have heard over and over and over again. When we feel that we have failed, we throw the baby out with the bathwater and start again on Monday. And this also is a seasonal phenomenon that I see quite a bit when I see people working on their eating and they get into the holidays, and it usually starts with Halloween, all the sugary temptations. And I find that people are like, well, I'm just going to give up until after Thanksgiving, and then there's Christmas or winter holidays, and then finally it's like, well, I'll just start again on New Year's. I think we've all done it. We've all done it. So I want to give you ways to be steady through all of the seasons. So those are just a few examples of what are ways that we might be feeling unsteady and ways that we might be able to help ourselves be more steady. I do want to say and remind you that I am a coach. I'm not your doctor. This is education and support only. It's not medical advice. So if you are really struggling with your relationship with food, and if it really feels out of control or heavy with shame, please don't carry that alone. It's worth bringing to a doctor, a therapist, or a dietitian, or a qualified professional who can help you. And there is no shame in needing support. So there is a way back to yourself, to your steadiness, that is not a stricter rule book. It's a quieter, kinder question asked one meal at a time. I am super big on let's just approach one meal at a time, one day at a time. That woman at that kitchen counter, she didn't need more discipline. She needed to stop treating hunger like it was a failure. She needed food earlier. She needed gentleness and structure. And more than anything, she needed to call a truce with her own body. Feed your body like it's on your team, not like it's your enemy. Our bodies are our team. Let's be team body and take care of this body, nurture it, nourish it, steady it. If this landed with you, I would love to invite you into my school community, the Menopause Map. And in our community, this is what we work on. We have simple, steady tips for the floors. I have 5 fundamental floors that I work on. I have the sleep floor, the food floor, the strength floor, the stress floor, and the joy floor. So we work on these different floors because you probably have a floor that's leaking, and we want to just repair the leaks and build ourselves back up. So today we were talking more around the food floor, and there is a lot more that we can go into in the community. This is not about more rules, it's just getting a steadier map. So I'm going to be dropping the school community link into the notes, and I'd love for you to join there. And I want to leave you with the confusion was never a character flaw. The confusion around food is not a character flaw. It's a rule book that just stopped working. So you are allowed to put the rule book down and feed yourself like someone that you are on the same side as. Team body. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, everybody. I'm very grateful you all were here today. I hope you will join me next week. We will be talking about more floors and more ways that we can steady our bodies. So have a wonderful day, and thanks for being here.